Hey guys, this is Camfrey 15 back with Camfrey 15 or back on Camfrey 15 Talk Sports. And we got some groundbreaking big news for NFL free agency, I guess, or off-season news, I guess that's better. And that's Kyler Murray. Now is the next known quarterback to get paid. Obviously, the last quarterback to get paid was Deshaun Watson, and despite how you feel about the situation that's taking place, some people think, I guess he deserves to get the money. And other people clearly believe that he doesn't deserve, or the Browns didn't deserve to pay him that money. But whatever. At the end of the day, I guess for the Browns' sake, is as long as he gets a chance to play and he plays up to the level they need him to play at, well, then that's the thing. Well, we got another super high-paid quarterback, and that is Kyler Murray from the Arizona Cardinals. Now, reading the tweet that Adam Schefter made yesterday, the Cardinals are giving Kyler Murray a 5-year, $230.5 million deal that includes $160 million guaranteed per source. It gives Murray the second highest paid QB average at $46.1 million per year. And stuff like that. This contract will pretty much keep him in Arizona through the end of the 2028 season. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, I guess I would say I'm not shocked the Cardinals extended him. Well, I'm kind of 50-50 on that, because the way this whole thing was going, it was acting like as if Kyler Murray was being blamed for the issues. Now, some of it was his. That playoff game, the last time we saw Kyler Murray in that playoff game against the Rams, he was atrocious. I remember watching that game, like, legitimate live. I'm like, bro, this dude, Kyler Murray, he looks fucking afraid to freaking do anything. That was by far the worst game of his professional career in terms of playing football. I would even date this back to even college. I know in college he didn't have bad games like this playing at Oklahoma. That was the worst game of his career by far. And it definitely, it showed that, that offense had, relied heavily on DeAndre Hopkins, but it also relied but also that Rams defense. That just goes to show you how good they were that year, and stuff like that. That's why they won the Super Bowl this past season. But the reason why I'm somewhat shocked is because it looked like Kyler Murray was looking like he was going to have a falling out with the Cardinals. But I'm guessing all these cryptic stuff that means nothing as long as you get your money, and he was a guy that was demanding to get a new contract done. And hey, you're being offered 230, mil with 160 mil guaranteed in your fucking contract. Well, no shit, you're going to take that offer. So yeah. My thing is, do I think he's worth the money? I would say for the Cardinals' perspective, yes, he is. I think in general, maybe not as worth as much. I think he's still up there, but not worth as much. You clearly saw that, yes, the last 2 seasons, he got off to a hot start, and that's what the Cardinals have been doing. The last 2 seasons, the Cardinals have been getting off to a very, hot start. And then when they get to the midpoint slash the end of the season, for some odd reason, they just fall they just fall apart, and they just can't win games, and they either miss the playoffs, or in this case they get blown out and stuff like that. Like, I think they backed into the playoffs this year, I don't remember, or this past season, but they really had a falling out, and that's obviously mostly to do with DeAndre Hopkins last season going down because of injury. But at the same time, Kyler Murray didn't really play as well because of it. And I understand your top receiver's out, but still, some of the best quarterbacks in the league sometimes don't have their best option receiver, and they still actually put up fairly good numbers. But then again, at the same time, it's a detriment too. But it's very damn interesting. I think he deserves it, or I think he just deserves it just based on the fact from a Cardinals perspective. They've already been through quarterback purgatory after pretty much Kurt Warner left them. And that was the last time they were like competitively good. now they're competitively good, trying to compete for a division title, at least trying to get to the playoffs on a yearly basis and everything. And Kyler Murray provides them. Otherwise, if they let this guy, a talented quarterback that they drafted super high, just walk and go somewhere else, well then, they're going to be back in quarterback purgatory. So they had to make this decision. Obviously, when QBs for these teams get these big market deals, they typically hamstring your cap situation. So we'll see over time how the Cardinals, in terms of the cap structure and then, the type of players they bring in and stuff like that, will, be an issue on what type of players because of this contract can happen. Because that's the one type of thing with these quarterback deals when you overpay, or I don't want to say overpay, when you pay these quarterbacks to these high deals, these high salary deals that take a good portion of your cap space slash what, and it affects your team and based on like what team players you can keep. Typically, if the quarterback's good enough, they'll overplay whatever loss of the player it is. But that's kind of the thing about this day. It's always about get your money and stuff like that. So yeah, the only thing about the Cardinals that I worry about is Cliff Kingsbury. I don't think he's a good coach. I think he's honestly a decent regular season coach. For like the first half of the season, then they get the back half of the season, and the Cardinals just completely fall apart. If I were the Cardinals, I get Cliff Kingsbury out of town, and stuff like that. So yeah, but good for Kyler Murray. The only other quarterback that would be dropping in terms of a gigantic deal is Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's definitely earned the money. It's up to what the Ravens want to do if they want to pay him that money, and stuff like that. And we'll see. Well, he's the next big young quarterback as of late that, guess what, has yet to receive a big time deal. I think he's still on that rookie. I don't know if he's still on that rookie contract. I don't remember, bro. But I would expect Lamar Jackson to get paid. The question is, how much will the Ravens be paying him? That's kind of the thing that's out there in the market, in terms of sports talk and stuff like that, of like, oh, when is freaking Lamar Jackson going to get paid? I think he's going to get paid unless something crazy happens where he has some sort of falling out with the Ravens or something like that. But, we'll see. But anyways, guys, that's kind of it. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on Kyler Murray getting his big contract. And who do you think is going to be the next young quarterback to get a big deal? Obviously, you got Lamar Jackson. Justin Herbert is obviously going to be due for a big extension, a big contract extension, more than likely, by the time his rookie deal comes up, or maybe a year before his rookie deal goes up or ends and stuff like that. Joe Burrow, I guess you can say maybe potentially after this year, they'll give him a freaking crazy extension. It's going to be crazy, man. We're going to be seeing these young quarterbacks be getting this crazy amount of money. And it gets crazy with how much higher the pay is. So, that's why I say for the Lamar Jackson situation, the Ravens are going to have to freaking pay Lamar Jackson seemingly more, give him more incentives than what Kyler Murray got and even what Deshaun Watson got, and stuff like that. So, that's kind of the thing of like, paying your quarterbacks, before the market demand goes up for these guys, because these guys are going to be commanding a lot of damn money, because they're going to only want to break what previous holder guy money he made. That's why, I hope Justin Fields freaking, for me as a Bears fan, he freaking is really good and he becomes that franchise quarterback. So then we can try to use whatever's left on his rookie deal to try to at least compete. And then when it's time to pay him for his services, we'll have to fork over the cash and pay the dude. So, that's the thing. So yeah, but that's the thing when it comes to these young quarterbacks. You want to use pretty much every year that rookie deal you want to use before you eventually have to pay them, especially when they become really damn good. But anyways, guys, that's kind of it. If you guys, like I said, like the video, leave a like. And hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Campy 15 Talk sports content or any other thing I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, catch you guys later. Peace.